Hi everyone, it's Niamh here and welcome to my art journaling channel. Today we're going to be using some transparent frames to frame up some stamped images. So I'm starting in my small 6x6 journal, and the background I've got here is a scribble stick background, which I just scribbled some scribble sticks in the back and then wet them with a spray bottle. And I got a feeling actually I scribbled on one page, wet it with the wet bottle, and then sandwiched two pages together to get a really close or a squished watercolor effect background. When I had done that, I have this new stamp from Darkroom Doors, which is from the Be Bold set. And I really loved this girl, but I wanted to have her framed somewhere on the page. I didn't want to write down the bottom of the page, touching the bottom of the page. And I wanted to bring her up into the middle of the page a little bit more. So to do that, I wanted to frame her. So it gave her a bit of grounding. She wasn't floating in mid-air. It looks more like she's sort of coming out of a portal, if that makes sense. So I'm using a transparency from Dina Wakley printed transparencies. I think it's from the Frames and Figures set. Just cut it out roughly with my scissors, and then the inside, so I could use it like a frame, I just used a Stanley knife or a craft knife to cut out the inside part. Then going in with some white pen just to add a little bit of extra detail to the hair. I'm kind of trying to work out where I want to pop the girl on my frame. Once I'd done that, I decided I wanted to draw around my frame and add a little bit more detail to it. Because this is so simple, I wanted to add something to the frame. So usually with the artwork I do, I tend to put quotes in it. So in this case, I chose to draw two wonky circles on the frame. And then using my paint pen, I've just written directly onto the transparency. The great thing about the transparencies is that you can use paint pens on them or acrylic paint on them and it will stay. I would suggest, you can sort of see my hand is lifting off a little bit more. I'm sort of holding my hand a little bit more upright because I'm trying not to smudge anything. The acrylic paint will dry, it will dry permanently, but obviously on a slick surface it takes a little bit longer, and I'm very good at putting my hands in the middle of stuff and smudging things, so just be a little bit aware of that. I wouldn't recommend using a heat gun with it because it does not melt but bubble and shrink and just distort a little bit. So let it air dry as much as possible. That would be a good idea. I decided I wanted to put a little bit of stamping in the background. So with this little stamp again from Darkroom Door, I popped a few different colors of distress ink on them, and then I stamped onto the background, and again I spritzed that with water. So I just wanted to bring an extra bit of color into it. By spritzing out the stamp with water, it obviously wicks out and you lose the sharpness of the stamped image, but it just helped boost the color a little bit. When I'm finished, I'm just using my glue to glue my image onto the page. So the glue I used is kind of like PVA glue, card glue. It will dry clear. But I do tend to, when I'm gluing down on acetates like this, try and glue in the printed areas so you don't see it as much. This is a close-up of the final piece. It's really, really simple, just a stamped image cut out on cardboard, stuck behind the frame. I added a little bit of colour to the cheeks with the quote. So super, super simple. Make a great card front or a birthday card or something like that, so you could certainly customize it any way you wanted to. So have a go at playing with some frames in your work. Lots of fun, simple, easy to do. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye for now.